Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Weather with Jonathan here, and I'm back with another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the potential for a massive severe weather outbreak and a potentially massive storm with very, very strong and intense winds. And I'm going to be going over all of this in your forecast. So, starting off with our temperatures. Um, show you our temperatures for this upcoming storm that we have. The potential for a massive severe weather outbreak could potentially get upgraded to a moderate risk tomorrow. Surface heating about 80 degrees. That's very warm. And I think that we could have some severe storms. We have an enhanced risk of severe weather for portions of northern Texas and central southern Oklahoma. I think tomorrow this will get upgraded to a moderate risk. Now, the only reason the Storm Prediction Center has said damaging winds and large hail is more likely is because I mean it is a lot more it's a lot more organized for large hail with supercells and a lot more organized for wind. So when this but it's still going to be a very high chance for tornadoes. So I think what's going to happen is tomorrow, if this gets upgraded to a moderate risk, which I think it will, if there's enough confidence from the Storm Prediction Center, I think we'll have a 45 sig for wind, maybe a 45 sig for hail. I think we'll more likely have a 30% sig for hail, but we may have a 45 sig for hail. And then we'll probably have a 10% normal percentage of tornadoes. Now, that severe weather is going to continue for the next couple of days, and it's actually going to continue through the 27th, actually. You can see we have a slight risk for portions of western Virginia, western North Carolina, extreme northern Alabama and Georgia, eastern Tennessee, and eastern Kentucky. This is also driven by wind. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be wacky, and I mean, this is just gonna ramp up a ton as we get into March, and I think that this will likely continue all the way and likely get a lot stronger and continue throughout all the springtime, summertime, and fall months. And maybe through all the way up to October. So starting off with not starting off, but second our dew points. Now we have a good amount of moisture. We're lacking a little bit of thermodynamics for tornadoes, but the only thing that's concerning about this is what's going to happen is supercells are going to fire up near the Oklahoma Texas border, produce large hail, maybe some tornadoes, maybe an isolated strong one or two. And then they're going to quickly form into probably a damaging line of storms, maybe some isolated areas seeing a QLCS, which means that they'll likely see some isolated embedded supercells capable of producing tornadoes. I think that will happen, maybe, and I think that'll happen in some of the straight line wind supercells, but we do have enough moisture for storms to fire up. We we do have a good amount of CAPE. You can see CAPE values 1,000, maybe even some areas isolated 1,500 joules, but that's only going to be for a short period of time. So the only problem is we're just lacking some CAPE. So that's a problem. But this is why we're so concerned for damaging winds, tornadoes, and all kinds of this. So this is why I think it's going to get upgraded to a moderate risk, because you can see have that straight line damaging wind just right ahead of it. You can see winds 80 knots. That's very, very powerful, you guys. And if any of you guys live in this risk that I just showed you like 5 minutes ago or something, you guys also need to be aware. If anybody, you guys do live in this risk, yes, be prepared. And I would be prepared for a moderate risk because there's some good amount of confidence that we could see a moderate risk possible. Then our 750 millibar jet stream. This is what's looking very concerning. And this is no joke. Winds 100 knots. Like, you guys, like, this is incredible. And this is going to pull up a lot of moisture. Like, because you can see, you guys, this is negatively tilted. It's pointing towards the northwest. This is definitely negatively tilted. And this is what's going to cause all the severe weather. If I put in our wind direction, you can see winds near Kansas City just going just all over the place. Northwest, northeast, southeast, southwest, everywhere. This is wind divergence. So this is what's going to cause all of that. Now, after that storm moves out of the way, you can see that day 2 outlook. This is why it's so concerning. You can see we still have that potential. It's gonna just quickly it's the severe weather potential is gonna mainly go quickly, but those storms, yes, for the day before, the 26th, you you guys in that risk area, it'll probably last from about 6 o'clock to about 9 o'clock. And I want to tell you guys, I will be live covering this event from about 6:30 to about 8 o'clock. So guys, you need to make sure you join my live stream for weather updates. And I think I'll do a live stream today too on weather updates. I'll figure out how to share my screen during the live stream because I know you guys don't really like it when I don't share my screen and you just see a blurry thing. So I'll try and fix that by getting an encoder. So then you can see those winds. If I put on a 500 millibar jet stream, you can see it's going to be fairly strong. It's still going to maintain its negative tilt. And it's I'll show you our dew points there. Now the reason we could see some severe thunderstorms is because those dew points, usually they're going to be higher in the south, but this time they're actually shifting more north. And so we could see places like Pikeville, Kentucky, 60 in dew points. So that's obviously pretty strong. I'm the only reason I'm putting in Cape is because I'm just putting in the ingredients that cause all of this. We also are locking Cape for this day. But this, you guys, this is what I'm concerned about. And I want to show you this before. And also, it's going to be very windy throughout the U.S. And Portland, Oregon, you guys got a humongous snowstorm last night. And most areas saw about half a foot. Some areas saw 8 inches. Places saw it in snow drifts and and there was a lot of ice. I know because there was sleet at one point. So I saw that on the radar. So also that in this wind in Portland, you guys, is gonna last for many days. Probably gonna last till from today to tomorrow. And then that same storm, Winter Storm Piper, that dumped all that snow on Portland, that is gonna cause some very strong winds. Like, look at you guys in the mountains of New Mexico, isolated 90 miles an hour. I would expect a gust of 100 miles an hour. That's very, very windy. And then those storms that are going to be firing up with severe weather, winds up to 60 miles an hour, you guys. This is crazy. And that's why we have so much moisture, which I'm actually kind of surprised, you guys, that we haven't seen as much moisture, or I'm surprised we haven't seen more moisture than this, because that is a crazy amount of wind. And the crazy part is, this is flowing from the southwest. This is pulling up moisture. But I mean, me as a weather forecaster, I know what happens when you get moisture. It causes convection, and what happens is it causes supercells and clouds to form. And if you got wind, it pulls up a lot more moisture, and it's crazy out of the southwest. Now, I just want to, well, no, I shouldn't show you guys this, because this is not in the topic of the video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Consider sharing it with your family and friends, liking the video, and subscribing. Bye. I hope you enjoy.